So you're thinking about going out on your own, hanging the shingle and launching into private practice. A lot of people do it. I did it when I got to law school, but there's some things that you need to consider before you jump right into it. And I'd like to share those things with you. You can learn from somebody who's gone down that road. I mean, you have so many options once you're admitted. You can work for a large firm, medium firm, small firm, go out on your own. Government work, you could go to the DA's office, DOJ, all kinds of government agencies. But if your decision is that you think you might want to be your own boss and open your own practice, here's some tips I think that you should keep in mind. First of all, it's not for everyone. I think you have to be entrepreneurial to do something like this. And the reason for that is you're doing two things. You're running a law practice, case decisions, client decisions, case strategies, appearance before court, drafting documents. And at the same time, you're running a business with everything that comes with it. Employees, expenses, payroll, taxes, rent, generating income. You're not getting a paycheck. You have to go out and beat the bushes for fees. And not everybody is good at running a business. If you don't think that you could run a business, you should not be going out on your own. The second thing I'm going to tell you is it's going to absorb every minute of your day. So if you're single, maybe that's going to work out for you. If you have a big family, I'm telling you right now, you are going to spend the majority of your day and part of your night in that office. There's no other way around it, especially when you're building that practice. It's going to absorb everything that you have. Also, if you're going to do this, you need to specialize. The days of the general practitioner are over. Now, I'm not talking about lawyers that do a couple, three different things. I'm talking about the old-fashioned general practitioner. Did some wills, did some house closings, did some criminal work, did some personal injury work. Those days are over. You have to find a niche that you dominate. And I mean you dominate every aspect of that practice. You know the law, you know the judges, you know the clerks, you know the practice, you know the customs. You become the go-to person for that particular niche in the law, that you know that better than anyone else. And here's the advantage of doing that. First of all, it gives you an enormous upper hand with your adversaries. If you have lawyers coming into your area that you know way more than your adversary, you're at an advantage right off the bat. And you know it, and your adversary knows it. Also, it's very good at getting clients. One of the things that clients do when they sit down with an attorney for the first time, they're trying to gauge, does this person know what they're talking about? And when you know an area like the back of your hand, you answer every question with authority. That impression comes to the client, this person really knows what they're talking about. Now, maybe in another area, you wouldn't. And I did this, and people would ask me questions about other areas, and I would say, I have no idea. And they'd kind of be taken back. Look, I don't practice in that area. I know people who practice in that area. I can refer you, but this is what my, lane is, so to speak. I'm not familiar with those other areas because I don't practice there. That kind of authority gets clients. It also provides referrals. When you become, especially if the area is very small, other lawyers don't want to go near it, and they're going to refer their clients to you. One of the things you want to do once you make that decision to specialize in a particular area is stay in your lane. It's tempting, lawyer, pretty much except for patent law and other areas of the law. We can practice in any area that we want to. That doesn't mean that you take every case in every other area. So a client comes in, it's not an area, it's not in your lane, so to speak, it's not your wheelhouse, but they have a fee, they want to pay you. Resist that temptation. If you practice in an area of high specialization, you'll see what I mean. Lawyers will come into your area, and even good lawyers, smart lawyers, capable lawyers who are outside their lane, they're at a huge disadvantage, and they can make monumental mistakes, not because they're stupid, not because they're not good lawyers, but because they just don't have the knowledge base to practice in that area. So those are some of the tips I think you should consider when deciding to go out on your own.